Hello and welcome back to the Bielsa Stand YouTube channel. Today's video is all about the 49ers reaching Super Bowl 58. They will be playing against Kansas City in 2 weeks' time in Las Vegas. Last night saw the 49ers win at Leeds Stadium, their home stadium, against Detroit Lions. The score was 31-34 to San Fran, and what a game, especially in the second half. Third quarter, fourth quarter, San Francisco turned up and they won it. First quarter, though, did awful. Second quarter, again, didn't do well. But then second half, this is when they turned it up, as I say. Third quarter, fourth quarter, they scored 17 points in the third quarter. 2 tries, 1 field goal. Fourth quarter, they scored a touchdown and a field goal. And the game ended, as I say, 34-31 to San Francisco. And guess who was there? Prague was there. If you watch the game, you could see Prague on the touchline. I mean, the camera kind of zoomed into him a couple of times. So Prague is in San Francisco at the moment to be at the Super Bowl. As I say, this is their 6th time they want to win the Super Bowl. They've won the Super Bowl 5 times. Can they make it a 6th time in 2 weeks' time? I think this is their 9th appearance or 8th appearance throughout history regarding the franchise and reaching the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I mean, in recent years, San Francisco has done fantastically well. Obviously, they've reached the NFL championship game 3 times in a row. Obviously beating the Lions last night. Then last year they lost against the Eagles. Actually quite a bad performance from them last year. It was 31 points to Eagles, 7 points to the 49ers. Then against one of their rivals, LA Rams, in the 2021 to 2022 season, LA Rams actually beat San Francisco 20-17 points. LA actually won that Super Bowl. And actually, the Super Bowl was held in LA. This was the halftime show with the likes of 50 Cent, Eminem, Snoop Dogg. And LA won the Super Bowl that year. They then actually was in this game, the NFL Championship game, back in 2019, where they won. This was the last time they won this game. This was the last time they managed to get to the Super Bowl. And do you know who they faced against? Yes, they did. They faced against Kansas City. And they are facing against them once again in 2 weeks' time in the Super Bowl against the same team. So can the 49ers get revenge from last time they win the Super Bowl and win their 6th Super Bowl? We'll have to wait and see. Now, regarding favourites for the Super Bowl at the moment, 49ers are slight favourites to win the trophy. And you know what? Like, midway through the season, during Christmas time, people didn't think 49ers would reach the playoffs. Or, I mean, they knew they would probably reach the playoffs, but they didn't really see them winning the Super Bowl or getting to the Super Bowl. Now, are they going to win the Super Bowl? We'll have to wait and see. But they obviously played in the wild card and they won that. They won last week. They've won this week. They played against the Ravens. So they are through to the final of the 49ers and Kansas City. Now, 49ers, even though they're favourites, it's going to be tough. Kansas City obviously was in the Super Bowl last year. They've won it last year where, you know, they won it against Eagles. So Patrick Mahomes won his 2nd Super Bowl with Kelsey. And look, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough now. Kansas City, as I say, have built kind of a dynasty at the moment. When they did last play against the 49ers, it was a 31-20 score. This was at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, I believe. And as I say, Kansas City won that. Now, Kansas City will be making their, I think, 3rd or 4th final in 3 or 4 years. I think they are making 4 finals in 5 years. Or something along those lines. Or no, 4 finals in 5 years. They're a very good team. 49ers, as I say, have it tough. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl in 2020 and 2023. Kansas City, the 49ers haven't won a Super Bowl for a long-ass time. When was the last time they won a Super Bowl? I could actually tell you if I find out, but I forget. Last time they won a Super Bowl was, I think it was 1980s from what I was looking up at. But yeah, so what does this mean to Leeds United now? So obviously the Super Bowl isn't next week. They have a 2-week break from the championship game to the Super Bowl. Next week's all media, so they'll be in Las Vegas doing a lot of media work. So I expect Prague and the York family to be there. Obviously, Prague is the chairman of Leeds United. Jed York is the son of Mrs. York, who's basically the owner or co-owner, and he's on the board of Leeds United. So they're busy with the Super Bowl. They're busy with the 49ers rather than at the moment. Leeds United now, in a couple of days' time, the transfer window shutting. Leeds United need to bring in some players, right? Leeds United, right, need to bring in some defenders, specifically a right back, maybe a striker as well. Now, they actually last won the Super Bowl in 1994. So it's been 30 years since they last won the Super Bowl. Obviously, Kansas City has won the Super Bowl most recently. Obviously, won it last year. But yeah, Prague will be busy in San Francisco and Las Vegas in the next couple of weeks now. Obviously, Prague isn't involved in day-to-day running of Leeds United. He's more of an overview. He's obviously the chairman. He comes to the games occasionally, but in the next couple of weeks we won't see him, I don't think. Now, transfers obviously probably have to be agreed with Prague. So even though this week's more of a quieter week, to the lead up of the Super Bowl, it's still going to be busy. Will he have a chance to really speak to the likes of Kinnear and have in-depth conversations regarding transfers? I don't know. But look, the 49ers NFL team is their baby. Like, that is their priority, I think, and Leeds United is more of a secondary kind of thing. Obviously, the 49ers Enterprise owns Leeds United, who is the parent company of the 49ers. So, yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing Prague in the next couple of weeks. Now, if they win the Super Bowl, how does that affect Leeds United? I don't think it does. I don't think they're bringing the team and the trophy and parading it around Ellen Road. I can't see that happening. Obviously, when the Rams won it, Kroenke's the owner of the Rams and owner of Arsenal, and I think when LA won the Super Bowl the other year, I don't think they paraded around the Emirates, so I can't see that happening now. They've obviously, the 49ers are doing a good job at the moment. They've got a good manager. They obviously moved into a stadium, the Levi Stadium, and they've been there since, I think, 2014 or 2016. They have a lot of ambition to building Ellen Road, redoing Ellen Road, and if we see similar success to how the 49ers are running their American football team and reaching the Super Bowls and playoffs and the NFC Championship, if we can see any bit near of success for Leeds United, so maybe getting promoted, I suppose success for Leeds United depends on what your focus is, but I guess if we somehow get top 10 or even maybe the Conference League or something in the next 5-10 years, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, at the moment in the Championship, this is their first season under the actual 49ers ownership, just fully with them and not Radisani involved. Now, I don't know about how the 49ers have done throughout their whole career under the York family. Obviously, the York family have been there for, I think, since the year 2000 or so they've been here a long time. Obviously, there was a long stretch where they didn't make the playoffs. I mean, before 2019, they hadn't been in the playoffs since 2012 and 2011, then before that 2002. So this is their golden era at the moment. This is the time where they are one of the best teams in the NFL at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see if the 49ers can get their 6th Super Bowl. Now, obviously, last night there was a watch party at Leeds United, so I wonder if Prague will allow Ellen Road to be open and have a watch party in 2 weeks' time for the Super Bowl. Potentially, I mean, we saw it last year in the NFL Championship game against the Eagles, where the Eagles won, where they opened up Ellen Road. I think one of the bars and had a watch party. There was a watch party last night, as I say. So maybe they'll do something at Ellen Road. Maybe they'll sell some San Francisco gear in the Ellen Road shop if they win, special gear. Obviously, the two teams are linked through the ownership. Obviously, we've seen the 49ers head coach previously wear Leeds United shirt or jumper. I think that was a couple of years ago. So, yeah, they're obviously very, very invested in Leeds United. But, I mean, at this moment of time, they're focusing on the Super Bowl. And as I say, does this mean that transfers won't be happening? Obviously, we've seen Helder leave to go to Sunderland, it looks like. So they're obviously still being very active during this busy NFL season with Leeds United. But once the Super Bowl's finished, then I guess their priority goes back to Leeds United till at least the summer, because the NFL season won't start till September or something. So if we don't make any transfers this transfer window, they'll probably prioritise the summer. Now, I don't know how Prague spends his time. I don't know how he splits it between the 49ers and Leeds United. But I mean, he's primarily is focused in San Francisco and over there. He's obviously the president, isn't he, of the 49ers, as well as chairman of Leeds United. But I think if you ask him, his job title would be president first, then chairman of Leeds United, which can be a bit of a concern because, as I say, maybe their priority is the NFL team rather than our football club, Leeds United. But, I mean, look, let's see. I mean, they did a lot in the summer. They brought in Falk, they brought in transfers. Obviously, it's been quiet now. Is that because the 49ers have been doing well and they've been really invested on how they're doing in the playoffs? I don't know. I mean, if the 49ers didn't make the playoffs this season, would have Leeds made more transfers? Possibly. I don't know. I can't say. But yeah, that's just a little thing to maybe think about. And yeah, as I say, we won't be seeing Prague, I don't think, at any games in the near future, as well as Jed York. A big couple of weeks for them and their American football team. But our focus is Leeds United. Our focus is to get promoted in the Premier League and get the right players in. Hopefully this window, as we said, Ayling's left, Helder's left, the likes of Spencer's gone back to Spurs and went on loan to an Italian team. So there is a little bit of a squad depth that needs improving, you could say, this window to help us get promoted. I mean, I don't think we're getting top two. I think we'll reach the playoffs, as I've previously said. It's going to be a tough end of the season. Obviously, we got the FA Cup replay now. I wonder if they actually kept note to what was happening in the game against Plymouth at home. I mean, obviously, they weren't at the game, I don't think. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Now, let me know what you think. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Do you think their success of the 49ers this season has affected Leeds United and transfers? Do you think they do prioritise the 49ers over Leeds? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you later.